Hi guys, Mist here. Today I am back with Smile For Me, a Jeff the Killer Love Story by creepypastafanfreak, Chapter 3. Sorry for not being around much and doing the story. If you want me to do the story more, you're welcome to comment and just remind me, because I don't really have a schedule for this kind of thing. So, okay, here we go. I know this lighting's really weird. Thanks, because my phone is here so I can read. But, yeah. Sorry for the bad lighting. I mean, my lighting's always bad, but okay, let's start. I got out of bed and changed into my best punk outfit. I really didn't like the color pink very much, but it did match my clothes, so I put on some pink highlights at the end of my hair. I looked at myself in the mirror and sighed. Today is a really big day for me, but I didn't get enough sleep last night. I was surprised that I wasn't sleepy at all. What if you fall asleep during your show? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. What if it does? Or what if you screw up like you did in practice? Ugh, think positive, Blair. Think positive, I thought while pinching my cheeks. I won't let that happen. While I was talking to myself, I heard Kate call me from downstairs. Blair, breakfast I'm gonna change it. Breakfast's ready. Coming. I took one more look at myself in the mirror, then darted across the room and downstairs. I sat in the table as she handed me a toast. I smiled and ate it. I was really happy to have something else other than cookies for once in the morning. Not to mention I used to steal it from her. I'm dropping you to school today, and I'll be watching you guys perform, okay? She said in an excited tone. She even looked excited. It's not the first time we've performed in her school, but I'm sure it's going to be her first time seeing us perform. I nodded happily and finished my toast. I took my backpack and as I was about to step out, I suddenly remembered something. I turned to face her. Hey, how are you going to drop me to school anyway? Surely you wouldn't go walking all the way there, I said, raising an eyebrow. She looked at me confused. Sure I can. If you can do it, then why can't I? Because I'm way older than you, she said with a smirk. I don't go walking there. I go on my skateboard. She gasped. Really? Wow, after all these years, she still doesn't know. She still doesn't know how I even go to school. I didn't know she was that ignorant. You know what? I'll just go on my own. Maybe you should come in a taxi. No, if I'm going in a taxi, you're coming along with me. And besides, I never said I wanted to go in a taxi in the first place. I shook my head. Fine, then just come walking. You'll regret it though. Wanna bet? I smirked. I'd rather not. I pity you. What's that supposed to mean? I grinned. Nothing. I walked outside, grabbed my skateboard, and started skating towards my school. Then I suddenly remembered what happened last night. Oh my god. What if he comes back and kills me? What if he does it now? I'm all alone. There's 100% chance he would come and stop my skateboard and say those words and kill me. Just the thought of the words made me shiver. I should have brought a weapon. I shook my head. Think positive and remain calm. I continued skating while trying to remain calm. I finally reached my school safely and said my prayer of thanks. I started running to reach my band, but as I was running, I bumped into someone and we both fell on the ground. Hey, watch it, klutz! I frowned as I recognized those voices. I looked up to see Monica, aka the most popular and meanest girl in our whole school. And the worst part is, I was her biggest victim. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. I quickly stood up and tried to continue running, but she stopped me. Hey, I'm not finished with you yet. I stopped abruptly. She stood up, glaring. Her eyes scanned me from top to bottom, probably thinking of an insult to throw at me. Then her eyes widened. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. You guys have your big show today. Oh no, she remembered. That's a really bad thing. Now I bet she would ruin my outfit by throwing some filthy stuff on me, or worse, distract me during the show. Yeah, we do, I said in a nervous tone. She stared at me with a blank expression, and I gulped. But she just rolled her eyes. Heh, well, good luck. You'll need it, she said with a wicked smile. I know that she would do something to embarrass me during our show. Her face says it all. Thanks, was all I could say before I ran away from her towards my band. I couldn't fight back. Oh, did I mention that her father is the principal of this school? Yeah, just amazing, right? He could do anything to make his daughter happy. Anything. He's doing a great job. I guess that's what spoiled her, having whatever she wants and using this advantage in a negative way. How corrupted can people get? I finally reached the music room where my band was. All were waiting for me. Damn, I was the last one to show up. Yet again. Shane looked at me and smiled. Well, look who finally showed up. Are you ready? He said as he jumped from the speaker he was sitting on. I couldn't tell him the truth. How could I? Yeah, I said, faking a smile. Great. How about we practice one last time? Yes, we should practice. Practice is good. Yes, that'll help. They all looked at me awkwardly. Blair, are you sure you're alright? Shane looked a bit worried. I flinched. Yeah, I'm sure. Why do you ask? I said with an embarrassed smile. Me and my stupidity. He stared at me for a few more seconds before shaking his head. Never mind, let's start. A few minutes later. The practice went perfectly. I was so glad that I didn't screw up this time, but I was still nervous to perform. What if I screw up this time? Shane would really be disappointed. Sure, he would say that it's all right and all, but I know very well that he would be lying. Music was his life. He would hate to fail in it. All I could do now is wait and see what happens. We were already backstage and waiting for our principal to show up. He didn't show up for a while now, and I could tell that the audience was getting bored. Not only them, but us too. I started to yawn, and my eyelids started to grow heavy. That was when I realized what was happening. I yawned. I was feeling sleepy. No, 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 no. This cannot be happening. It just can't. Not right now. Curse you, Jeff. This is all your fault, I mumbled to myself. Just then, I realized that Shane was staring at me. Who's Jeff? Me and my big mouth. What should I do? What should I tell him? He's my friend. Yeah. Okay, and what's his fault? Oh, great. Just great. What should I tell him now? If he didn't grab the cookie which I was supposed to have for my breakfast, I wouldn't be hungry right now. Really, Blair? Really? The best you could come up with? Me and my obsession over cookies. He raised a brow. What was he doing in your house at that time? Like, it was early morning, and I've never heard of him before. My cousin. He's my cousin. But I thought you said he was. I like to refer to him as a friend, since we aren't that close, I said, panic mode at its highest peak. He kept studying my face and tried to keep it cool. He sighed. Well, if you're hungry, then that isn't very good, especially at a time like this. I know. So here, he put his hand in his pocket and pulled out a wrapped cupcake. I thought I'd have this as a snack after our show, but it looks like you need it more than I do. He smiled as he handed it to me. Oh no, I didn't need it at all. Damn. Oh, no thanks. I had toast this morning, so I'm kind of full. He raised a brow. But I thought you said you were hungry and that you were going to have a cookie this. Meant I don't like cupcakes, damn it. Why do I screw up? Then suddenly our principal showed up. Oh my god. I never thought I'd say this, but boy was I glad to see him. He walked up to the stage and held the mic towards his mouth. Good morning, school. Sorry I'm late. I was a bit busy with work. Now, he continued a lecture, which he always does. We were getting ready, and wow, I wasn't sleepy anymore. And it's thanks to my panic mode. Then finally, he called us on stage, and the audience cheered. I felt kind of proud, but I wouldn't think too much of it. I'm not really a proudy or overconfident person. I just looked over my band and saw James checking if his guitar was all right. Carl just sat with his drums, and Shane waved at the crowd a little. I smiled as I looked back at the crowd. We were having our moment, but that moment broke when I saw an odd black figure standing at the back corner. I didn't know why, but I felt scared. Why was I? It couldn't be someone I fear, could it? It just stood there, not moving. Something was wrong here. Couldn't anyone else see it? As if he's one of the audience, shouldn't he be sitting with? And if he's one of the audience, shouldn't he be sitting with them? I looked at Shane to see if he saw it, but he didn't. He was just waving at the crowd. Then I looked back at the corner. It was gone. My whole body started to shake. I looked around, but I didn't see it anywhere. That's when Jeff came into my mind. Could that be him? And that is the end of chapter 3 of Smile For Me, Jeff Tequila's love story. Sorry for the cliffhanger, I guess. Or, not sorry, actually. But it's just how it's read. Okay, I guess you can see it on the camera. I don't know how to fix the ankles with the light. So, well, I know how to kind of do it. Not really. But, I'm actually reading this off of Wattpad. So if you want to read the story yourself, go ahead and find it. I will leave the link for the story in the description box down below. So make sure to like and comment if you like the story, and I will continue doing stuff later. Yay!